We have a brand new #1 ranked team in our college hockey now, Elite Eight. They're not unfamiliar with that top spot. Denver swaps #1 and #2 with Minnesota Duluth. Harvard is locked in at #3. Minnesota up one spot to #4. Western Michigan cracks the top 8 after sweeping North Dakota. BU, Union, and Providence round out the 6, 7, and 8 spots. Welcome to College Hockey Now. I'm John Evanson, ready to break down the start of what is really the best time of the year in college hockey. The perfect guy to help us do it here is former Stony Brook goalie Brendan Jones. The drama just won't stop on the ice as we head towards tourney time. And you remember back to your college hockey days. Yep. This is go time this time of the year, right? This is when it gets real.
You have players fighting through injuries. Coaches have figured out their team. The lines are pretty much set. It's definitely the most wonderful time of the year.
It sounds maybe second best to Christmas. The most wonderful time of the year. Let's start with one of the juiciest plot lines of the weekend. Western Michigan with their first ever sweep of North Dakota. It was a full team effort, but man, we love watching Ben Blacker between the pipes, and he gave Western Michigan a huge boost in these two games.
76 saves for the freshman, one of many freshman goaltenders in the country that are unbelievable this year. I did not see a sweep coming. Are you kidding me? UND is healthy. They got Jose, they got Besser back, but these Broncos are rolling. They wanted it more. It was blatantly obvious. They were blocking shots, sacrificing their bodies. Matty Iacopelli and Sheldon Dries are two great leaders for this Broncos team. Ben Blacker, can't say enough about him. And Wade Allison, one of the many freshmen in the NCHC who are just on another level. They got him going as well. So this Broncos team is hot.
Yes, one of the great hockey atmospheres in college hockey. We've been talking about it this year. Pagula Ice Arena, especially this season, the fans are just rocking that place. So as impressive as Minnesota is, very impressive that they're able to sweep this series of two top 10 ranked teams.
Yeah, and Penn State played well, too, on Saturday. Coach Godowski was not upset with the effort from the Nittany Lions at all. But I just have to say, Minnesota, great resiliency. I could not believe that they just kept coming back. PSU was unbelievable 5-on-5, and you see Dennis Smirnov right here get taken down late in the game. Penalty shot, he buried the penalty shot, and that seemed like a dagger. But Minnesota just kept coming back. You had Justin Kloos, who had an unreal game. Tyler Sheehy, another great game. Rem Pitlick buried the OT winner on Saturday. Here's that tying goal with 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Talk about clutch. This Gophers team is definitely the cream of the crop in the Big Ten, and Penn State had all that they could handle.
I vote for that Kloos goal in the top 8.
You like that?
We'll see if my vote counts.
We'll see if it shows up.
Harvard, they're on a high. They won the Beanpot tournament a couple weeks ago. They wrapped up their second straight Ivy League title. But then there's Union, 21 wins now on the year. So I must ask you a toughie here. Who is the best in the ECAC right now?
They're both very good teams, but I'm going to have to go with Harvard.
Okay, good. You chose one. I'm glad.
And I love the senior leadership of the Crimson. You look at guys like Kerfoot, Tyler Moore, Sean Malone. They've been there for a while, and they're leading them in points as well. Great example on and off the ice. And then their back end. Adam Fox is the most talented D-man in the conference. Ryan Donato, one of the most pure goal scorers in the league, and that's a fact. His dad's doing an unbelievable job behind the bench as well. They don't defend long, and Madsen has played well in between the pipes. The last 10 games, no more than 3 goals given up. And on offense, they average 4.11 goals a game, so that's good right there. Good math.
It is, for sure. You're good at math. Now, we started the show talking about Ben Blacker, but Canisius goaltender Charles Williams right here is up for the Hobie Baker Award. He leads the nation in save percentage, .942. He's 5th in the NCAA in goals against average, 1.90, and his 916 saves leads the country.
Now joining us from the red-hot grips of Canisius College, goaltender Charles Williams. Charles, thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, before we talk about you, let's talk about the team. Picked to finish Atlantic hockey pretty low in the preseason. Now you're battling it out for first. How's the team progressed over the course of the year?
A lot, actually. I think we're starting to find just about everything we need in terms of being a strong team come playoff time. just doing some of the things that we may not have gotten earlier on in the year, scoring, the bounces. And I think we're starting to put together a full 60 minutes of hockey, and it's going well for us.
So you kind of lead me right into my next question. What type of team do you think the Griffs are? What's your identity if you guys have one at this point?
Yeah, definitely. That was a big thing, actually. Coach was talking about establishing our identity, finding out what that was earlier in the year. And now I honestly want to say we're just a team that's going to play 60 minutes as hard as we can. And if the result comes out in our favor, we're happy. But I think we're just a hard-nosed team that has some great skill up front. And I think that's just trying to play 60 minutes is our goal.
And this 14-game unbeaten streak, the biggest thing has been what?
Playing 60 minutes, honestly, making sure that we're not taking a shift off. Because when we do those things, I think we capitalize on a lot of opportunities that we earn throughout the course of the game. And when you do that, I think you continue to make it hard for the other team, and then that helps us out tremendously.
Yeah, for sure. You guys are tough to play against. You're all locked in and focused. And speaking of, you, 4 years at Ferris State, didn't start more than 11 games, but you transferred to Canisius. Why the Griffs?
Honestly, Coach Large, our assistant coach, was a big influence on my decision to play here at Canisius because he played at Ferris, I think, from 2000 to 2004. And that's what having that relationship made it really easy for me to know that, hey, this guy's at the time, a former Bulldog. And I was able to connect with him right off the bat. And as soon as we made that connection, it was a really easy fit for me.
Well, clearly it's an easy fit. You lead the country in save percentage, actually have the most shots against you in the NCAA, as well as top 5 in goals against average this year. Dude, what's been the difference for you?
Honestly, I had a great summer. I was working with AJ Walzak and Manny Legacy at the Legacy Hockey Academy, and that helped me tremendously. Those guys breaking down film, playing in the Eastside Elite League for the Summer Hockey League helped me a lot too. So just skating a lot more and working on my game, and it helped me, I can't even explain, just to knock down a few goals every game, making some key saves, and just the confidence has been a huge boost for me this year.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, 30 games started. You're one of the best goaltenders in the country. But I want to have some fun. I always ask guests to tell me something about themselves that not too many people know. But it's funny because I actually know something about you that most don't. Your roller days. When was the last time you played roller hockey?
Oh, man. I want to say, so it's probably been about 2.5 years now. Actually, it's funny you say that because I played roller one season, I think after my freshman year, and then had a great time. And then that next year, ice hockey was great. Like didn't play as much, but like when I was in there, I was feeling good. And I think roller helped out, big time.
We're also leaving off a big piece of the puzzle here because you weren't a goalie in roller hockey. You were one of the funniest, most skilled forwards that I've ever seen on a roller rink. When was the last time you took a stick out and played with skates not padded by plastic around the boot?
Yeah, it's funny. We kind of talk about that from time to time here at Canisius. Kind of always goes with me everywhere I go. Everyone's talking about the mitts and but no, it's probably been a few years, but from time to time, if I'm in the base, when we're in the rink early, I definitely like to bring out the stick out before practice or something like that, just kind of mess around. So, yeah, it's definitely a secret that not many people know, but I enjoy playing player. I enjoy kind of the opposite of, getting scored on all the time and, taking a few shots on net and stuff. So that's always fun.
I just need to know, what's your favorite roller hockey memory? Just because we're roller hockey guys, I need to know.
Oh, man. Probably the first Norwich tournament that I won with Black Ice, and I think it was in Florida. And that was just, like I said, we always got close, but never, and we walked through teams. So I think that was my best with the Black Ice 92 team winning the Norwich tournament. It was really, really fun. I'll never forget it.
And I got to watch the whole thing. Charles Williams, thanks for stopping by College Hockey Now, buddy. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, up next, one RIT player is going above and beyond, and it's making a huge difference to kids who need it the most. Get ready for some inspiration coming up. This is the time of the year where college hockey players need to put everything they have into their team's push for the postseason. But RIT forward Todd Skirving has much more to offer than your average player, and it's making a huge difference for kids affected by cancer.
For nearly 20 years, John Lawrence dedicated himself to improving the life of children as a coach, teacher, and mentor.
I think he sees the power of children and what they're capable of and the potential that children hold. And I think he really wanted to help nourish that and help that grow.
Nicknamed Muddy, John dreamed of being able to help children affected by cancer and other chronic illnesses.
There are some wonderful organizations in the area for children, and we all acknowledge that, and he acknowledged that. He just thought there would be a different type of organization that supported kids doing what they love to do all the time.
Sadly, Muddy didn't get the chance to complete his mission. He passed away in 2008 from cancer, but his legacy lives on today, thanks to his family who started Muddy's Buddies in 2009.
What's the mission of Muddy's Buddies?
The mission is to support children in a variety of ways throughout the community. It's not just about sports. Sports is probably our primary connection to the community, but we like to support children of whatever their interests are, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's theater, whatever a child's interested in, we want to connect them to the community. We, initiate the relationship, we foster the relationship, we nourish the relationship, but then we step back and we watch the relationship grow, and that's what it's all about.
This past summer, senior forward Todd Skirving spearheaded RIT's first connection with Muddy's Buddies.
I've had a number of coaches reach out to us. I can count on 2 fingers the number of athletes, student athletes that reached out to us. Todd was one of them, and I knew, speaking to him the first time, that we had something special, and I was very intent on making this work out.
Going back to when I was a little kid, my dad always said, make the time of the day to make a difference in other people's lives, and my parents kind of always taught me that because, I was the kid who was always looking for autographs after games and whatnot, and just to see a hockey player after a game. So I thought it would be important to make a difference in other people's lives, and it just so happened to be Muddy's Buddies.
Zachariah Merrill, a cancer survivor, has been one of Muddy's Buddies since 2010. Now, thanks to Skirving, Zachariah spends every Tuesday with the Tigers.
What do you like about it?
What I like about it is getting to meet new people and other teams and see how they do things.
Do you have a favorite player on the RIT hockey team?
Todd. And I just look forward to seeing him get a goal.
Hey guys. Hey.
Why are you blushing?
Yeah, he's been an outstanding young man. It means the world to us that there's kids out there that are willing to reach out and do something random like that. They email Todd daily, pretty much. He's always in talk with them. We've been to quite a few games so far. So it's been a good experience.
Things can get tough for you being a student athlete. Finals are coming up. The season is starting to get into the thick of things. When you look over on Tuesdays and see him sitting there with his family, what does that mean to you to be a part of this?
We could always do something in someone else's life to make their lives better. It's just a simple little act of kindness, and just as simple as having them sit and watch our practice, that's making their day, and I think that's very important for not only us, but, RIT hockey.
This relationship we want to extend beyond the game, beyond the season, hoping that it's a lifelong commitment and a lifelong relationship. And it takes a really special person to deliver that. It's not for everybody on the team, and we recognize that, and we're totally comfortable with that, and we appreciate that, actually. But we also appreciate individuals like Todd Skirving who can really kind of step up and do it and get it.
Muddy's Buddies has been a huge success. Currently, there's over 100 teams still waiting to team up.
What would Muddy think of Muddy's Buddies?
He would think it was super cool. He would think it was perfect. It was right up the alley, right up his alley. But he would undoubtedly have a couple critiques and ways to make it better, and I'm 100% certain his ideas would make it better.
Oh, what a great legacy to leave behind. All right, it's time for B to break it down. B stands for Brennan Jones, and if you had a chance like we did to watch the New Hampshire BU game this past Friday, tough game. They played to a tie, but you might have marveled at Tyler Kelleher, who's leading all of college hockey with points. You could tell us why by just looking at B's breakdown.
Yeah, let's check it out. 57 points, leads the nation, does so many things well. Let's stay with him here. Watch how he creates space with his legs on the power play. Always has his eyes up, looking for his teammates, gets it back, and then feeds his teammate for a nice one-timer. Watch the vision of this kid. He just always knows where to move the puck. He splits the box, breaks it, gets it over to McNicholas, and McNicholas knows what to do with it. But watch this puck. He passes it through his teammate's legs in the process. Now that is precision passing. The kid knows how to move the rock. Now let's stay with him one more time. Watch as he gets the puck in the corner. Takes a peek over his shoulder, which we'll see. Gets the puck to the slot.
There's no look.
Almost a no look, but this is where we're going to see that it is a look. Watch.
Oh.
Before the puck gets to him, before the puck gets to him, knows where he wants it to go, throws it in the slot, and Dylan Cantor can definitely bury the biscuit. Then one more time. There's Kelleher in the slot. Finds the soft area of the ice. If it doesn't work once, let's try it again. Gets the rock back and puts it past Jake Ottinger, his second goal of the game. This kid is so aware offensively. Look as he just gets open and then the quick release. He knows how to shoot the puck as well. Definitely top 3 for Hobie Baker Award candidates this season.
Invaluable for sure. Thank you for that, B. Which one of the top 4 teams in Hockey East should you watch this Friday night? I have an idea. How about you watch them all? What a doubleheader we have for you on ASN this Friday. We'll break it down, tee it up, coming up.
Thank you very much. Takes the puck and makes it a one-goal game. He's dangerous from anywhere on the ice. Unable to stop the blistering shot of Ryan Lowell.
All right, the hair on the back of my neck standing up. I think I'll be like that until Friday. What a doubleheader on ASN. The top 4 teams in Hockey East, Notre Dame and BU at 6 p.m. Then at 8:30, Boston College and UMass Lowell, all top 15 ranked teams. Can't wait for that. All right, so Boston University reached 20 wins on Saturday night after we watched New Hampshire surprise them. Then Providence played Notre Dame tough this past weekend. What do you expect from this matchup? I expect lots of goal scoring. I think that goes without saying, right?
Absolutely, and BU is starting to play a little bit better. Their confidence was shot coming into this weekend, but this was as good of a weekend as they've had, according to Coach Quinn. But I want to look at some players as well. Jordan Greenway and Andrew Ogilvie. Jordan Greenway for the Terriers. We take a look at some advanced analytics there. The share of team offense all the way to the right. You can see they both do a lot for this team, for their respective teams in terms of offense. Ogilvie's having a breakout year, struggled as a freshman. He put on some weight in the offseason. He's always had some skill. And Greenway been hot since the World Junior Tournament.
All right, crazy. We've been talking about Boston College, first place in Hockey East, but they may very well have to win the conference tournament in order to make the big tournament. Yeah. Crazy to say that, but every win is huge for Boston College, so this will be a massive game.
I cannot stress enough how important this 2-game series with UMass Lowell is. If you take a look at some of the players in this matchup, it just goes to show you there is so much offensive firepower once again from these two teams. Freshman David Cotton for the Eagles has been the best freshman in terms of production of the new faces, the 13 new faces that they have. And then Dylan Zink, the second highest scoring D-man in Hockey East, the highest goal-scoring D-man in UMass Lowell history. He moves the puck well, sees lanes, gets pucks through. These are some advanced analytics as well. You could tell share of team shots, 7-8%. That's a good number. Goals per game, almost half. That's also a good number. And then share of team offense. Both these kids doing big things for their respective programs.
I'm giddy. I can't wait. If you've missed any or all of this past week's action, we boiled it down to the best of the very best for you. It's my favorite. Top 8 plays coming up. Here we go. Top 8 plays. Everyone behind the net except Zach Aston-Reese, who's busy making moves in front. Novel approach, Jonesy.
This kid knows how to score goals. Should be top 3 finalists for the Hobies.
Time running down for the Golden Gophers. Nothing a Justin Kloos wrister can't take care of.
Fishes it out from the face-off circle. 4 seconds remaining to send the game to overtime, where Rem Pitlick would bury the winner and sweep the Nittany Lions.
New Hampshire's Ara Nazarian with some thievery behind the net. A wraparound goal that's enough to make a BU defender blush.
Quick stick, steal through the wickets of Jake Ottinger.
Number 5, it's a shot from the point that works perfectly as a pass, much to Sam Vigneault's delight. Side door to Twine. Great showing for the Clarkson Jr. A Hattie against Colgate. We won't show the empty netter.
Watch the puck protection on this one, though, on the wraparound on Charlie Finn. Just completely whips one around the net. This kid, definitely one of the top talents in the ECAC.
Notre Dame goalie Cal Peterson doing his best Gumby impression. What reflexes, too.
Absolutely shuts the door against Providence. He was huge all weekend for them.
Aiden Cavallini, great pass to Jared Zerbel. The backhand to Twine, right to his blade.
The no-look upstairs, and then the Selly get involved. Number 3.
Number 2, exactly where Denver is ranked on our Elite 8, thanks in part to Troy Terry. Off the blades move right here. What is this we're watching? Those were crazy, sick moves.
The toe drag and the snipe. Troy Terry should transfer to Dangle Snipe University.
Does that place exist?
It does now. He'll be the number 1 person.
Number one. A guy, Ben Blacker. I'd say he needs some medicine, but his sickness is what makes him so great.
I don't even know what to say. Like the recovery and then just to get over, the empty net just absolutely robs the kid. Was huge all weekend for them. Can't say enough.
Taking a page out of your book there, Jonesy.
Maybe.
We got a great doubleheader this Friday night. 5 hours of action. BU and Notre Dame, BC and UMass Lowell.
Can't
you
wait.
can check out those games, preview them live at asn.com. We'll see you then.